Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad that you're here. I am going to be making some bagels and I'm going to be using my sourdough discard when I make these. It is so simple, and when I tell you these are better than any bagel you can buy at a bagel shop, I promise you will not be disappointed. The recipe will be linked in the description below. So I'm going to start by adding some flour, some yeast, some sugar, and I have lovingly named my sourdough starter Jolene. Yes, like Jolene, the Dolly Parton song. I've gotten, a lot of suggestions, but a lot of it was like based on Star Wars, and a lot of people had some very common names that I've seen sourdough starters. I've never seen one named Dolene. So if you have, let me know in the comments. You guys know I like to be original, but yeah, Dolene is her name. Again, don't forget to check the description of the video. The recipe will be there. Oh, Dolene is fabulous, honey. Oh, yeah. Then I'm going to add some water. And you're going to let that knead for about 5 minutes. Now that it's kneaded for between 5 and 6 minutes, I'm going to pull the dough out. Now this is a very sturdy dough. Oops, welcome to the Hot Mess Express, everyone. If you're new, you now have an honorary ticket. So I'm just gonna spray my bowl with some olive oil. I'm gonna cover this and we're gonna let it rise for about 90 minutes. Now that it's risen, I'm gonna cut this into 8 pieces. I feel like 8 is the perfect amount for this dough. Just my opinion, but that's what I'm doing. 8 pieces. Now that it's in 8 pieces, I'm going to roll this in the ball. I'm going to show you 2 different techniques for shaping bagels. Here's the first one. You roll it into a ball and you make a hole. And then you stretch it out. This is not my favorite technique. I prefer the second technique, which I will show you here in just a second. All right, here is my favorite technique is you just kind of roll that dough into like a snake. brings you back to like your preschool or kindergarten days. And then you just fold it over and you kind of like pinch the dough onto itself. And then I'm placing that onto a silicone mat, thanks Tara, lined cookie sheet. If you don't have silicone mats, you can use parchment paper. So the snake is my favorite technique to use. I just don't like the way the ones with the hole punched in them goes. That's just, again, my preference. Then you want to cover them with a tea towel and rest for 20 minutes. Now that they rested, you're going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar. You can use honey, whatever sweetener you want, to a pot of water, and you're going to want to mix that together and bring the water to a boil. Once your water is at a boil, you're going to drop these in and boil them for 15 to 30 seconds per side. However long you want to do is up to you. I think 30 seconds is great because it does give it a very nice chewy texture. Then after you have boiled it on the one side, you're just gonna flip it over and boil it on the second side. I don't know if you've noticed, but these have already puffed up. Now they're done and I'm gonna get them out. So I like to kind of pat them dry on a paper towel. I'm doing plain bagels. Now this would be the time that you would want to sprinkle whatever seasoning you would like on your bagels, but I am doing just some plain bagels. Sometimes simple is best. And we had these for breakfast the next morning. I fried up some sausage and a fried egg on these fresh bagels, and they were absolutely amazing. Now I'm just patting these dry. This is not necessary. This is just what I like to do. And then I have just a simple egg wash, and I'm going to do these 4 with the egg wash and then the other 4 without the egg wash. Then you're going to pop these in a 425-degree oven for 18 minutes. Here is what the no egg wash ones look like. So thank you so much for joining me in the kitchen today. I hope you enjoyed this delicious bagel recipe. Make sure you give me a thumbs up, drop me a comment. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being you. And until next time, my friends, abundance and blessings to you. Bye-bye.